Why are you looking at me like that? Is there something that you want to say to Sonny that you don't want me to hear? Because I'll go upstairs, just use your big boy words and say so, and I'll leave.
It's a recorder. Has to do with something I'm working on with Spinelli.
Oh, are you helping Spinelli with his new PI venture? That's great. That's sweet of you. Jason? Okay, I'm going to leave. There's something that I want to say before I go.
Oh, by all means, say.
Okay, look, I realize that you decided a long time ago that I'm beyond contempt and I don't deserve to ride along on the bottom of your shoe. That's fine. By some cosmic tear in the fabric of the universe, Michael actually likes me. He responds to me, right? And since unfortunately we can't say the same thing for his mother, shouldn't what makes Michael comfortable come before all of our petty grievances? Can't we just agree on that?
I always have Michael's best interest at heart. That applies now.
What the hell does that mean?
It means I'm protecting Michael. From you. Okay, if you're accusing Claudia of something, I want to hear it. Hey, Sonny, you got some of these papers. Oh, hey, didn't know you were back in town.
Yeah, why would you? I got straight off the plane and came to see Spinelli.
You know what? I don't have time to talk about money right now, Fredo. Just get it done. Did you seriously just ask him for proof that I'm guilty of what? What? Anything will do?
If Jason says that he's got something that points to you, I want to see it. What's the big deal?
Do you have any idea how insulting that is? I'm your wife. I'm pregnant with your child, turning myself inside out to make something real here, something that feels like a family. I have reached out to your son, made him eager to come home here, and you won't give me the benefit of the doubt? You're standing in the house that I live in, asking him for proof that I was involved in a crime that I've told you 1,000,000 times I had nothing to do with.
Hold that thought.
Hello. Hey, Dad. It's me.
Buddy, how you doing?
Good. I'm here with Morgan and, Mom and Jax are here too, and we've been talking, and, I've changed my mind. I actually think I'm gonna live with Mom after all. Tony, I know you're disappointed, but I believe Michael is better off living with Carly and Jax.
I get that. But Michael is so unpredictable right now. He's quiet 1 second in his own world, then all of a sudden he blows up. You saw him. Her health is so fragile right now. I don't think it's a good idea for them to be living together right now.
Okay, but you know what happened, right? Carly just guilted him, and he decided to go back and
Manipulate her children. Bet nobody's gonna be saying the same about you.
Hey, you know what? You don't like me. I got it. I live here, though, and I don't see myself moving out anytime soon. So maybe, if it's so intolerable for you to be around me, you should meet Sonny somewhere else. And maybe while you're at it, Jason, you should get a life of your own.
Claudia is no dummy. She could be. It doesn't take a genius to tell that by the time it took Michael to have surgery, you went from disliking Claudia to hating her guts. There has to be a reason. Give it to me. You know how you let your hate for someone cloud your judgment, like you were convinced Rick had something to do with Michael's shooting, now it's Jerry?
Yeah.
I need 100% concrete proof before I take any action.
I got it. What are you doing here?
Gracious greetings, Mr. Sir. I'm sorry to interrupt your undoubtedly important confab. I just have news for Stone Cold Tears.
Whoa, Jason, did you clean up the recording?
Yes.
Okay, good. Go back to your office. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Wait a minute.
You got a recording that incriminates my wife?
Where do you think you're going? Here's a better question. Why do you constantly feel the need to interrogate me, Carly? You're not here about your pregnancy because Dr. Lee's on 4, which means you're here to see Michael.
talk him out of going home with me? Just so you know, there's no way in hell I'm going to let that happen.
Jude, I feel sorry for Michael. I really do. That his mother, the one person in the world who's supposed to put his needs above everything else, would resort to a massive guilt trip just days after he gets out of a coma. And Carly, for the record, he's 16 years old, and that's old enough to decide for himself where he wants to live. It's not on you to decide when Michael is old enough to make a decision. And secondly, in this case, the decision's been made. Michael wants to come home with me, Jax, and his brother. And I'm not going to let you hot-foot it into his room and try and pull him over to your side. You give new meaning to the word jealous and possessive. Here's a thought. Instead of being angry that your son actually likes his new stepmom, why don't you try being happy for him? You really are delusional. Not to mention pathetic. You're using a teenage boy who has been unconscious for a year just so you can score points with Sonny? Because you can't make a meaningful connection on your own? Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, you're not special because you're having Sonny's baby. He has 3 kids with 2 different mothers that we know of. I mean, yes, Sonny is kind, loving, and protective, but that's because of the kid. You're not about to affect some miraculous change in Sonny's attitude towards you because you're carrying his baby. And I'm not going to let you try by sucking up to my kid. You are, without a doubt, the biggest mistake that Sonny has made. And that's saying something. But you know what? That's his burden to carry. You stay the hell away from Michael.
Well, now that we got everybody's attention, if you got something to contribute, go ahead and give it to me. Otherwise, just go back to where you came
Sonny,
from.
he's been checking something out for me.
Checking out what? What is he checking out?
So, if I may presume to interrupt.
Do you really want to interrupt?
Well, it's a question of what I must do, which is vociferously object to Mr. Sher's lack of sensitivity and, well, not being the direct cause but the proximate, of ultimately being responsible for the vile ass bitch owns a car showing up at my place of business.
What is it?
Johnny showed up under the Beneficent One's orders, who works for you, so under the chain of command, not, well, the point.
Get to the point.
Since getting to know Olivia Falconeri in the biblical sense, thereby trashing everything in his previous relationship to the original blonde one, the Mall Prince is most unwelcome.
Okay, stop talking. If you got, look, like I said, if you got something to say, just say it, quick, or whatever, or go.
I'll choose the latter.
I'll make sure he doesn't.
It doesn't matter. He was spending when he babbles on like he does. Sometimes he lands a point. What are you going to do